Welcome back everyone. So today's recipe is Pav Bhaji. I think everybody know what is Pav Bhaji. It's one of the most loved street food in Mumbai. Quintessential to everybody who lives in Mumbai. There's a story behind Pav Bhaji. It started when textile industry started, settling down in Mumbai, and everybody used to have really small breaks, and they wanted a quick snack which fills their stomach but doesn't make them sleepy. And that's how a concoction of different veggies and everything came into play called Pav Bhaji. So that's what we learn today. So for Pav Bhaji, what I've done is I've boiled my favorite vegetables. I've used some potatoes, some yellow peas, green peas, some capsicum or red pepper, some carrot, some cauliflower, whatever vegetable you like. Just boil it together and mash it into a paste. Then I've taken chopped red capsicum, some chopped tomatoes. It's almost 2 small tomatoes, 1 capsicum, 1.5 chopped onion, loads of garlic, which is around 10 cloves, and small bit of ginger. And this is tomato puree. This is not part of the recipe, but instead of using any kind of coloring, we'll use tomato puree and red capsicum to make it, that bright red beautiful color. This is butter. You can use any butter. Essentially this whole street food funda of Pav Bhaji is made in butter, no oil anywhere. So let's see how it tastes like, but I promise you it'll be amazing. So for Pav Bhaji masala, what I've done, I've taken 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon black pepper, teaspoon of fennel seeds, a stick of cinnamon stick, around 4 cloves, 1 black cardamom, and 1 bay leaf, some coriander powder, some turmeric, and some Kashmiri red chili powder, and salt to taste. So let's start making it now. So guys, what I'm doing now is dry roasting all the herbs, which are spices. Instead of doing all this, you can get a Pav Bhaji masala ready-made if you want, but I prefer doing it myself. It's quite simple and easy. Just dry roast them and grind it into a powder form. That's what I'll do. So let's see. This is Pav Bhaji masala. It's ready. That's how it should look like. I'm sure it's nice and visible to you guys. So guys, let's start. One more thing before I start, I'll mention. In Pav Bhaji masala, I've added some amchur, which is 2 teaspoon of amchur, which is dry mango powder, just to give that bit of tanginess. Another thing what I've done, from garlic and ginger, added some water and made it into paste so that it's easy and it dissolves. Because Pav Bhaji is all about creamy mash of veggies together, so we don't want anything big coming while having it. So what we'll do, first thing first, take a flat pan would be really ideal, because we need to mash it further down. Without adding any oil right now, just add some capsicum, which is bell pepper, red I'm using, so that it gives a beautiful color. I'll add some water. And let it cook. Reason I'm doing, because I wanted again all veggies to go creamy. Couple of minutes, I'll add onions, to this mixture. Bring it to a boil. As soon as it starts boiling, I'll add ginger garlic paste, that liquid which I made for it. Why we are doing it this way is because we want all veggies, onion, capsicum, everything to go really soft. That's why we are boiling it first in water and getting all the juices out straight away. So there's no hard and fast rule right now when to add what. Aim is to get everything soft. So I'll add that ginger garlic paste, in which I already added water, so you can see it's diluted it. And then I can add tomatoes. Once you have added this, bring it to boil, and then we'll add some butter to it. So guys, you can see it's been boiling for at least good 5 minutes. Onion is translucent, all the capsicum and bell pepper or tomato, everything is forming into a mash. Next step, what we'll do, we'll add, don't be scared, but good amount of butter, because that's what it'll give a creamy texture. So let's mash it together, and we can add salt at this point of time. Butter is almost melted. Now let's add our Pav Bhaji masala which we made. So I'm adding all of it. The moment you add masala, you will see you can smell the fragrance of it. Beautiful fennel, cloves, cinnamon, so a bit spiciness to it. That's what it will give. Let's cook it for a couple of minutes. Keep on stirring so that it doesn't stick to the pan. Now I'll add the tomato puree and coriander leaves to it. And let's start adding our boiled veggies so that it starts forming into a bhaji texture, and we can start mashing it together. Once mixed, I would recommend just to cover it, and on a medium, just let it cook for at least good 15-20 minutes. In between, keep on stirring just to check that it doesn't stick to the bottom of pan. Before you cover it, I would also recommend taste it, check for the salt, check for the spices. If you want to add more, you can, and then cover it, and let's leave it for 15-20 minutes and we'll be back. So guys, let me show you how it looks like. It's been only 5 minutes so far, still cooking, but you can see it'll start shaping it into Pav Bhaji like texture and start looking like one. So in between, what I would recommend to you guys is make sure gas is always on stem when you're playing around with this, because it's so thick that it might bubble it out on you. Start mashing it. There's not much which can go wrong while making Pav Bhaji. I think that's one reason why it's so popular and so easily available everywhere, all over India. It's so simple recipe. Only thing you need is patience, and you need to just mash it. That's all. Two things which require rest. All quite simple, quite straightforward. Boil the vegetables, and then just capsicum, some onion, some tomato, some ginger garlic paste into some butter and Pav Bhaji masala, and here you go. Then it's all about, leaving it to simmer slowly. And that's why I think what people or outside street food stalls in India, they do, they start making it in the morning, and by evening it has been simmered for a couple of hours, and it has that dense taste, bit of spiciness, bit of tanginess. We'll add limes to it still, but really nice, creamy, served with the bread. And I'll show you how it looks, but we need to give it at least good 15-20 minutes or so. Guys, it's been good 10 minutes. It's boiling and reducing. So what I'll do, I'll add some lime juice to it. I'll add whole 1 lime so that there's some tanginess into the bhaji. And yes, we will serve with some raw onions, some slice of lime, and some bread with that. So let's mix it. If you need to mash it more, you can, guys, because that's one thing to get creamy texture out of this. I think I've used a really small pan, but I'm used to it. For you, I would recommend, if you're not used to handling such a large quantity in a small pan, take a bigger pan. It's much easier. This is a bit more complicated than what I expected, but it has better view, so that's why I chose this pan. Let's mash it a bit further. It's almost ready. Once mashing is done, what I'll do, I'll give it another 5 minutes. So overall I've done is around 15-20 minutes of cooking. That's it, and it's ready. And I'll show you the final deal. Let's leave it for good another 5-10 minutes, and I'll be back to show you how it looks like in the end. So guys, let me show you how it looks like. So it's been 5 minutes. I switched off the gas. Let's mix it once. And you can see there's a beautiful red color. That's what I was looking for. And there's no food coloring in it. So only reason it's looking such reddish is because of red bell peppers, red capsicum, tomato puree, and some very nice red tomatoes. Let's add some coriander to garnish, and voila, it's ready. Let's serve it. So I've taken some raw onion, slice of lime, 2 pieces of bread, and bhaji on this side. And some butter on top. Enjoy. Let me know how it looks like and how it tastes like. Thank you.